What is good, fellow vibers, and happy holidays? Yes, we are still in the holiday season. We are tick tock away from 2025. I hope y'all doing good. Hope the bellies is full. Hope all the gifts is open. Hope everybody still got their Christmas trees up. Like, dang, don't throw them away so fast. But this is Let's Argue. I'm the boy, Honcho, and we have a packed show for you tonight. We got one NBA team getting a star player back. We got another NBA star telling us about how he feels about the ratings and what we watching and what we care about. Yeah, we hear you out there. We got another NBA star who wants to be traded, but it ain't going down. At least not this year. At least that's what somebody is saying in the organization. Then we had for Christmas, we had the NBA going head to head against the NFL. And who won in those ratings? Who won in that battle, in that fight? Oh, yeah. I'm going to let y'all know. I'm definitely going to let y'all know. And another thing, and last but not least, a coach has been fired in the NBA. Who, where, what, why, and how. All of that and more right here on this special holiday edition episode of Let's Argue. Let's get into it because I know y'all like, yo, let's get into this, Honcho. Let's get in. It's been a minute. It's been a whole week. I missed y'all. You know what I'm saying? We was eating and stuff and stopping family fights and all the old good stuff that goes down with family Christmases. You know how it go. But let's get into it. Before we get into it, though, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Hit the bell for notifications. Let's help grow this page. Come on, guys. Let's grow this page because sports medias don't want pages like this, don't want shows like this to be big. Like, we battling sports media. We getting them out of here. This is our time. Shows like this help sports media. Let them know what's real. This is the real. This is the truth. This is the truth table. This is Yo Honcho. Let's get into it. So, all of your NBA news over the weekend and all of the Christmas stuff that's been going on. But the Clippers are getting their NBA star back. Yes, that's right. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard informed the Clippers, the small forward, is targeting Saturday, January 4th, 2025 as his in-season debut at home against the Atlanta Hawks. The Clippers, who sit at 18-13, which is fifth in the West, Norman Powell and James Harden are the leading scorers on the team. Powell averages 24 points a game, Harden with 21 points a game. How does Kawhi Leonard fit into this brand new Clippers offense, into this James Harden Clipper offense? That's what's going around right now. That's what sports media is asking you. That's what they want to tell you, to start this little beef with Norman Powell. Does he go to the bench and all this stuff like that? Listen, for me, this is a good problem to have for the Clippers. They are fifth in a tough Western Conference. And right now, they're getting a big piece back. Ty Lue, he know how to handle superstars. He know what he's doing. That's why LeBron wanted him. Ty Lue is a great coach. He's going to get these guys to play together. Just don't put Norman Powell on the bench. Integrate him. Let Kawhi play some power forward. That way he doesn't have to move around a lot. His defense could be limited. He don't have to be the two-way player he had to be because you got that going on for you with your young guys. Get the core ready. Have Kawhi come off the bench. Integrate him slowly. But do not move Norman Powell back to the bench. Please do not mess up his momentum. Please don't mess up James Harden momentum, trying to make him play off of Kawhi Leonard. No. Bring in Kawhi Leonard and integrate him slowly into your offense. If you have to come off the bench 20 minutes a game like they do in Lonzo Ball over there in Chicago, whatever you have to do. But don't mess up the flow of your team. Just bring Kawhi in, you know what I'm saying? Let him play some power forward. That way he don't have to move around a lot. That way if you have to bring one of your power forwards off the bench, it's not as egregious as moving Norman Powell, you know what I'm saying, to the bench, messing up your flow. Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's not let sports media start this beef. This is how drama starts. This is how coaches get fired. This is how players get in trouble with themselves and then they want to get traded. This is how all this starts because they're going to be sitting there. You're going to be watching Stephen A. and all these people talk about, oh, where does he fit in? Oh, should Kawhi come back? He should retire. He's not that good. Listen, the Clippers and Ballmer invested in Kawhi Leonard. Obviously, they doubled down on him because they got Paul George out of there. So you have to see what he has left. You have to let him ball. And all the rumors that we hear, everything, is not that Kawhi quit on the team. He does want to play. We hearing rumors that, oh, Kawhi is lazy. He just want the money. No. This guy even puts rollouts for his comeback. His comeback was in a commercial, you know what I'm saying, for his sneakers. This guy, New Balance, put a rollout. Hey, Kawhi is back. Remember, he got the rollout when he first got to LA with the King on the Crown thing that got bumped out of here when LeBron and them won the ring. But that's neither here nor there. Kawhi wants to play. Has he done some bad business in the past? Yes. Do we blame him? No. We blame maybe his uncle and whoever's doing his business dealings. But we do know Kawhi Leonard loves basketball. He loves the game and he wants to play. I say, man, give the damn man a chance. He obviously wants to be there. He enjoys being with the Clippers. He wants to play there. He's from there. Let the man play, damn it. Let him play. Let's see what he got. Maybe he helps this team. Maybe he does get them in the playoffs. Maybe he does help Harden get over the hump. Maybe you never know. Let's see what he got. Let's not just retire him off like we doing Ben Simmons, who kind of deserves. But let's not retire Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? Let's give Kawhi a chance. Give Kawhi a chance, damn it. But tell me what y'all think. This is my stupid opinion. You know what I'm saying? This is just me. What y'all think? Should Kawhi get another chance? Let me know in the comments, man. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. What y'all think about Kawhi Leonard? Give the man a chance, man. We all deserve a second chance. Let's get into another superstar who wants to be traded, and his name is Jimmy Butler from the Miami Heat. That's right. Jimmy wants up and out of Miami. He wants to play for a championship team. We all heard the rumors. It's supposed to be Warriors. It's supposed to be Nuggets. We keep hearing all these teams. Thursday after Christmas, Pat Riley came out and vetoed all of that drama. Because like I always tell y'all, when the little things keep getting out, all the little chatter keep getting out, these teams don't like it, especially if it might happen. If it might happen, you're going to see somebody shut it down. When it's rumors, But Pat Riley must have had a good Christmas that was spoiled by all the phone calls about what they're going to do with Jimmy Butler, how they're going to do it, who they're going to trade him to, how does he feel, why is Jimmy Butler missing games, what's going on with Jimmy. He's got different hair color, which matters what teams he's getting traded to. Is it red is going to be back to the Bulls? Is it blue? Is it Dallas? Nobody knows, nobody cares. Because Pat Riley came out Thursday and said, yo, squash all of that. We ain't trading Jimmy Butler. I don't know what y'all heard and what y'all hearing, but it's over. We ain't trading Jimmy. Pat also stated that he's not trading Jimmy because he wants to squash these rumors because it's hurting the team. He wants the team to play good. He doesn't want his team distracted by all the Jimmy Butler questions every night. Is Jimmy getting traded? And normally, like Pat said, he doesn't respond to rumors. He doesn't never come out and say these things. But he had to come out and squash it because it was hurting the team. It was hurting the relationship with Jimmy and the Heat. And it was hurting the relationship with Jimmy and his teammates. And they had to put a stop to it because the wise, the great, the smart Pat Riley knows how to run a team. Any other team, the player would just run ragged and they would trade him for anybody just to get rid of him because they can't control him no more. No, Pat Riley knows. And Pat Riley stated, we're going to keep Jimmy until he is a free agent. And if he wants to leave, we will let him leave. That is the gratitude that they give a star player who's done a lot for this team. He helped build who the Miami Heat was. He brought them the championships. They lost to LA, but he brought them there. They've only been better with him. They haven't been that good without him. But right now, the Miami Heat just needs a redo. They need something else. They need a new breath of life. They need younger guys to come in there. Jimmy ran his course. And do I want to see Jimmy with a winning team? Maybe. But, for me, my trade, because I heard De'Aaron Fox wanted to leave, my trade was Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero for De'Aaron Fox and DeMar DeRozan. That was my trade. Right? But all the nonsense that we're going to get into later with the Sacramento Kings, dead that trade. Now I think Jimmy should just stay, play it out, see what they're going to do in Miami. And I love Pat Riley for this, putting the player first, letting people know that this player has feelings about, we're not trading him. And if we have to lose him for nothing, we'll lose him for nothing. But we're going to give Jimmy the respect he deserves to say, we're not going to trade you, young brother. We know your value. We know what you bring to this team. And we're going to give you the respect to not disrespect your legacy by trading you and making your value less than what it is. Because who knew what they would get back for Jimmy Butler? Who even knew? Right? So Should Jimmy get traded? Let me know, man. Let me know in the comments, man. Should Jimmy get traded? I know he wants to leave, but come on, we can't just be trading players everywhere. Everywhere I go, it's like, yo, they should trade AD. Yo, they should trade this guy. Yo, they should trade. Like, come on, bro. Sometimes it's not worth it. Trading them is not worth it. So, let's get into another superstar. This one is good. It comes from your man, Kevin Durant, because people like me has been going around and complaining about the NBA, its boringness, the games, the lack of drama. Nobody's watching, even though I'm watching, so you guys don't have to watch. All of this stuff I'm talking about, the ratings, the collapse, the numbers, I'm giving it all to you. Everybody's had their say so. Everybody has had their reasons why. If you watched the last episode, I told you the commissioner had his reason whys. Charles Barkley had their reason why. You heard what all the sports media people had to say. Colin Cowherd said it's the 3-pointer, so we should move the line back and make it a 4-pointer. Like, people like that, everybody's coming out. How do you want to fix it? Well, right before Christmas, where the NFL had their 2 games and the NBA had their games of 5, everybody was wondering what the ratings was going to be for football versus basketball. That's right, because they was going head up on Christmas Day, and we all know, like LeBron said, Christmas is the NBA's day. LeBron James came out and said he loves the NFL, but damn it, the NBA is Christmas. We all know it. They know it. Everybody knows it. So the head-to-head battle, oh man, it was great, right? But Kevin Durant came out and gave his reasons why the NBA ratings are low and why no one is watching. Of course, he blamed you and he blamed me the most because everybody was sending this to me. So I said, I'm going to read it on the podcast because everybody is sending it to me. So obviously, it's my fault that Kevin Durant is saying this, and it must be the virus fault. So I'm going to share with you guys the reason why Kevin Durant feels like we're not watching and why the ratings are low. And I'm going to try to put this up so you guys can read it with me. Let me know when it's on the screen. All right, boom. And I'm very, 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 very bad at reading out loud to the class. So if I struggle with this, the teacher kept calling on me and picking on me. They ain't have bullying back in those days. We had to just take the damn bullying, right? All right. This is KD on why the ratings are bad. He says, and I quote, I feel like the fans only want free agency and drama. Did Honcho say that? He did. And only care about playoffs and finals and what that means for somebody's legacy, which is kind of true. Then they get programmed to just think about that, which is what the media kind of does, which has made them not want to care about the regular season. There you have it. That's what KD said to us. And listen, KD is absolutely right. Half of this of what he said is absolutely right. A lot of people don't care about the regular season when it comes to the NBA because when I talk to people, all I hear is, yo, the NBA, the regular season really don't kind of start until Christmas. And, some people only watching the playoffs because it's more things on the line and players are playing more serious. Oh, a lot of players are sitting out. It's a lot of injuries. People don't want to watch. But what I agree with KD is when he said people are programmed to only care about players and their legacies and things like that. And he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. But it's not our fault. It's not the general population's fault. It's sports media fault because people like Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, the pioneers of battling and sparring and all of this stuff on TV with sports. And I give it to him because I love those shows. I love Stephen A. I love Skip. I love Shannon Sharp. That's my guy. I love all of that stuff. I don't agree with half the stuff they talk about. I don't agree with the stuff that they put in the air for players and people like us to understand what's going on with the league. I always advocate for them to talk about different things. I always advocate for them to talk about what's really going on with the players, players that we care about. But that's not what happens on sports TV. It's not what happens. That's why everybody is switching over to YouTube. That's why people are getting their own podcasts like Draymond Green and all these guys, because we want to hear about what's really going on in the games, what's really going on with the players, what's going on with the coaches. That's the things we want to hear. We don't want to hear about what the ratings are saying on sports media TV. How many times do you click on ESPN, and if your favorite team is the Charlotte Hornets or the Detroit Pistons or somebody or a team in a small market, your team is not being talked about. Your team is not being discussed on TV because they don't move the needle. That's why you only hear about stars, Stephen Curry, LeBron James. People could sit up here and give you every LeBron James stat in the world. People could sit up here and give you all of the Bronny stats and all of these guys that bring ratings to your TV, but we don't hear about the other people that we want to care about. And that's why the league isn't growing. And that's why people aren't watching. So yes, KD, you're right. We are programmed to say, oh, KD didn't win this ring and he left this and this is about his legacy, but we don't know what was really going on in your life because you didn't have a podcast or anything to tell us. The only thing we had was Stephen A. Smith and all these people arguing about how great you are, why did you leave here, and what it meant for your legacy. So now when we in the barbershop doing our barbershop talk, doing our sports talk, we using the same rhetoric that we learned off of TV, that we learned from Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith. And I'm sorry for using these same couple of names, but these are just the ambassadors of how we used to talk about sports. Because all they did was take our barbershop talk and put it on TV. And they sparred and battled and used everything they can about LeBron James and his legacy and Steph Curry and his legacy. And that's not how we used to battle sports. We used to talk sports in the streets. We talk about skills, handle, who could get more baskets, who got more respect on the street, who could come and play this ball, whose game transitions to this game to that game. It didn't matter about rings. When Kobe came to the Rucker, it didn't matter about how many rings he had in the NBA. He proved that he could ball anywhere. He could ball in the gym. He could ball on the court in the streets. He could ball on 155th and 8th. He could ball anywhere. When Iverson came to the right, he could ball anywhere. That's what balling was about. That's what meant the most to us in barbershop talk. How real is he, and can he put it up against somebody that's realer than him? And can he get these buckets? Can he get these numbers? Can he drag these teams to wins? Yes, rings matter, but it does not define your legacy. And that's what we feel in here in the vibe room. That's what we feel right here in the truth table, my nigga. That's what it is, KD. So you're right. We are programmed. We are systematically programmed to argue legacies and things like that. But that's not the reason we are not watching, KD. We do care about free agency, but that's what's on TV. That's what moves numbers. It's drama. You're right. You said we only care about the drama. Absolutely. So yes, we want the drama. We want the drama of free agency. We want the drama of the playoffs. We want the drama of the finals. That's what moves numbers. Drama. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, that's what we want. Bring some of that drama into the regular season. Instead of saying, yo, the schedule is like this. Like, okay, these two teams traded each other. They got beef. How about they have like a little 4-game back-to-back playoff little run inside the season? Let's let them battle it out. I bet you people will watch those games. It's like having a best of 7 in wrestling events. When you see these two guys we know who can go in the ring, and you give them a best of 7, and these two guys fight up to win, who can see who will win 7 battles within this matchup, and those we know who wins, the star is born. That's what we need to do in the NBA. We should have these kind of stipulations. The Knicks and the Minnesota, they had a big trade this year. Knicks and Minnesota should play all season long. They should have 2 in Minnesota, a couple of games off, 2 in New York. However it's supposed to go. Let's bring the drama back into the league. That's what we want to watch. We want to see the Knicks fighting every night. We want to see, you know what I'm saying? We want to see the Lakers back to prominence and Boston not shooting 109 threes a game. Like, you know what I'm saying? And fighting over who's the star over there. So yeah, KD, what y'all think of what KD said? That was my long-winded soliloquy on freaking KD and what he's saying we watching and stuff like that. But I agree to some extent. I don't agree when he's saying we only care about the drama. Yes, we want the drama, and yes, we want to watch games, and yes, we want to cheer for our favorite teams, but they're not talked about on TV. So we only going to talk about what they talk about on ESPN, because that's where people are getting their information, unless they watching people like me and people like Gil and all of them, you know what I'm saying? And people who really talk about sports, people who really talk about the game and how to break it down and what's really going on behind the scenes, not what's going on, you know, with LeBron James and his son every 5 minutes on ESPN. Even though I do talk about Bronny here, but you know, that's neither here nor there. That's just for the vibers and stuff like that. All right, vibers, but in the midst of all of that, the numbers did trickle down for the NFL versus the NBA in ratings. And I must say, as we know, we had the Ravens versus the Texans and the Chiefs versus the Steelers. And yes, we did have a Mariah Carey performance in the NFL. And we did have a 15-minute Beyonce performance on Netflix during one of the NFL games. But that should not be a reason why somebody came in your house on your night, put their feet on your table, and took over the ratings, because that's right. 2 NFL games averaged 24.2 million viewers in ratings, while 5, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NBA games combined averaged to 5.25 million viewers. Now, granted, of course, like I said, the NFL is a powerhouse. Everybody's watching. That's where the bets go. You had a Beyonce performance. Mariah opened the show. You had a lot going on with the NFL, a lot of Netflix stuff, a lot going on, which means that they were going to get off regardless. But here goes this. The NBA, who's been fighting for ratings, yes, their ratings did go up for this Christmas. Yes, it did from last year. It was up at least maybe 60%. And yes, LeBron James and Steph Curry once again proved, with an average of 7.2 million viewers for their game. Yes, they did prove that they are still stars and they can still draw them in. But the NFL is just way too much for the NBA. And on your own night, on Christmas, the NFL came in and said, move, bitch. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Did somebody call Luda? But that's neither here or there. The Christmas games was good. Wimby put up a great performance in the Garden. I hope you guys watched that. If you didn't, go watch the highlights. That was amazing. It's good to see New York Knicks basketball when it's good and a superstar comes in and put on a show. That's when basketball is good in New York. But the Lakers and the Warriors came down to the wire, came down to a last-minute layup by Austin Reeves. So that was good. And the man who told us why we watching the NBA and what we want drama, his game only averaged 3.84 million viewers. That was the Suns versus the Nuggets. Obviously, not that many people wanted to see the Suns versus the Nuggets, but that's neither here nor there. And I'm not picking on KD because KD is my guy. You know, I fucks with KD. I just wish he didn't go to the Warriors just to ruin LeBron James' legacy. Since we talking about legacies, of course, KD, but you did do that. But that's neither here nor there, because that would have been LeBron James' 2 extra rings. But the NBA, once again, up in the ratings for Christmas, but struggled against the NFL. Their 2 games, well, NBA couldn't beat them with 5. So that's neither here nor there. What you think about the ratings? Did you watch the games on Christmas? What was your favorite game? Did you watch KD against the Suns? I told y'all, it's just for some reason, like every year the Nuggets and the Suns play on Christmas, or the Suns play the Wolves or something like very low at night, 10:30 game. And it seems like no one's watching. It seems like people watch this year, like 3 million people is a lot of people to watch. But it just feels like even me, like I'll watch the first game, the middle game, maybe the third game between eating dinner and the families. Everybody's going crazy, so you sneaking and watching the game. But then that last game, it just feels like it doesn't come on. Maybe they should, I'm not saying cancel the game, because obviously 3 million people watched it. But it's just not something that we watch all the time. I never really watched that last game. I cannot sit here and tell you any KD, Nuggets, Wolves, anything highlights on the last game on Christmas. Can't tell you. I can tell you the first game, middle of the game, those kind of games. I can't tell you that. So it's kind of a bad slot for you guys to have that 10:30 slot on Christmas. But if you like it, I love it. So last but not least and final, I know everybody heard about this. It kind of just dropped yesterday. But the Kings fire Mike Brown, their head coach. It was crazy. Halfway through the season, in the midst of a 5-game losing streak, all 5 games were at home, by the way. The Pistons were a part of the 5-game losing streak. And what made matters worse, they had the lead in the fourth quarter of 3 of those games, which they were kind of up by 10 against the Pistons, which was really crazy. Brown, who won Coach of the Year in year 1 with the Kings, started off his 3rd year 13 and 18 and was fired over the phone by Sacramento Kings organization while he was driving to the plane to head to the LA Laker game. They said they wanted to fire him before he got on a plane because the decision was made early in the day, maybe that afternoon, and they fired him before he reached the plane over the phone. A lot of people are reacting to this because they're saying, man, what's going on with head coaches, especially black head coaches in this league and in the National Football League. It's hard enough for black coaches to get jobs, but is it Mike Brown's fault? Is he a bad coach? What's going on? I feel like it was just a mixture of everything in Sacramento. They had a good young team, a good young core. When Mike Brown first got there, they won a lot of games. He was coach of the year, got them to the playoffs. The second year there, they went to the playoffs. They lost to the Warriors in a great series, like the beam. They were supposed to be there. But I just felt like after this year, after De'Aaron Fox went on Draymond Green's podcast and he didn't sign his extension, and he was talking about he wants to play for a winner, I just felt like the camaraderie of the team was kind of out of whack. I guess they kind of felt it too. I think Mike Brown felt it. That's why they tried to make the move for DeMar DeRozan. But I just think that the team just was tired of being together. And I feel like the organization and Mike Brown knew that as far as they went in the playoffs is as far as this team was going to go. And to me, I don't think they should have fired him. He was the scapegoat of what was going on. 5 straight games at home you lost. I know it's embarrassing, but in this time, in the situation that I was in, it kind of wasn't their fault. You had Sabonis, who was very injury prone, and as you know, when he gets to the playoffs, he's not the same guy. He didn't really start off the season that well. You had De'Aaron Fox, who was ready to leave, didn't sign the extension. His name was in trade rumors everywhere you went. DeMar DeRozan came over. I love DeMar DeRozan. I think that DeMar DeRozan is a great player. I think that in Sacramento, he was brought there to help them get over the hump in the playoffs. But as we all know, and we heard the rumors that go around the league, and for people like me who dives into this damn sports stuff and listen to the rumors and make phone calls and shit like that, we all hear the rumors about DeMar DeRozan. His game does not result to winning basketball. I don't know why. You see, he left Toronto. They replaced him with Kawhi. They won a championship. I don't understand why DeMar DeRozan. I think LeBron knows that too, because we had ample opportunity to get him to the Lakers more than one occasion, and they didn't bring him over. I have no idea why DeMar DeRozan's game does not equate to winning basketball. I don't know. But that's crazy. Keegan Murray is a good player, but he's still trying to find himself on that team. Young player, he can hit threes, but he's not going to run the offense. Too quiet, and I don't see the leadership there. This team, I think for me, they were just tired of playing with each other. They were tired of playing with each other. They were in a small market, so you're not going to get the all-stars like De'Aaron Fox wants. You're not going to get the all-NBAs. You're not going to get that stuff in Sacramento. They were tired of playing with each other. I think they reached the apex, and the organization needed a scapegoat, and they got Mike Brown. But unfortunately, how they did it was horrible. Why they did it was horrible. You do not call this man over the phone. That was a bitch move. That was a coward's move. I'm so happy that other coaches are coming out and letting you know how they feel about this, because keep giving these coaches these jobs to build these young players. You give them 2 years, they don't build them up how you want them built up, and then you fire them. Now you got another coach on your payroll. They don't give you the same record that they did. They don't give you, a year later, he's gone. Now you got another guy that's coming in. Like, come on, this carousel of coaches. It has to come down to one day we blame the players and we blame the organization for building these teams, for building these players. Let's stop blaming the coaches. It's not the coach's fault. When he got there, when they had Malik Monk and all these other guys, he was the coach of the year. So obviously it's not that. It's not him. It's the players. It's the organization who gets him the players. I mean, come on. We have to stop blaming the coaches. Stop firing coaches. And please let them build these teams. and let them get the players they need to build the team. Stop winning and trading this guy and messing up the chemistry, keeping this guy because he's a star player. You don't want to get rid of him, so you want to bench this guy. You bring in Russell Westbrook. You don't want to play him how you want to play him. You bench this guy. You say, hey, yeah, here's all these guys right here. You deal with it. You deal with all the injuries and how they come off the bench. Oh, you can't do it? You're fired. Oh, here's the Detroit Pistons. Here goes a bunch of young guys. We're gonna yeah, we're losing, so we're gonna draft another number 1 pick, another number 2 pick, another number 5 pick, another 10 pick. Yeah, all these guys are 19. Hey, build us a winning squad. Oh, you can't do it. You lost 10 games straight. Oh yeah, you're fired. Like, how does you want this to work? Like, this is crazy. We have to stop firing coaches. We have to give them chances to build these teams, grow with these players, let these players start to trust the coach instead of thinking that these organizations are going to keep me and fire you. Because I've been there before. I've been in jobs where you sit there and you say, you know what? I can do what I want because the higher ups are going to fire you before they fire me because I'm in a union. They're not going to fire me. They're going to fire you because my union going to keep my job. But you're not in the union, so you're out of here. That kind of happens, and that's what's going on in the NBA. The players get away with anything they want to get away with, and the coaches have to be fired for it. Somebody has to take the blame, and the coaches are easier to take a blame because now look, Doug Christie moves up. A former player, Doug Christie, gets to sit in this chair and to fire this man on his way. On his way, can you imagine? You on your way to work? You know what I'm saying? After a 5-game losing streak, you frustrated. You was up all night trying to figure out, man, how I'm going to win this game. We got to go play LeBron. We got to go play LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I don't know. Anthony Davis might be hurt. So, you know, oh, man, what are we going to do? We lost 5 straight. I don't know if De'Aaron going to show up. This guy's pissed off. This guy, you know what I'm saying? You trying to figure out these lineups. And you halfway to the plane and your phone ring like, hey, man, yeah, don't come to work, man. We moving on from you. Yeah, Doug gonna take your spot. So I don't know where you at, but just turn around. Man, I would have been tight, man. I would have drove my ass to that plane and I would have cursed everybody out on that goddamn plane. Oh, they would have heard from me. I would have cursed them out one by one. Every single person in this bitch. But I let you know something now. Doug Christie better win games because they blaming the coach. If they saying that, oh, you know, we lost these 5 straight games because of the coaching staff. Well, they better win 5 more games right now because I want to see if it was the coach's fault. So it's a beam on you Sacramento Kings. And as I tip my hat and I tip my watch, you know, when I do this, tick tock, my niggas, y'all niggas is on the clock. Because y'all Sacramento Kings, yeah, y'all about to lose De'Aaron Fox. Y'all about to lose a lot of this team, this culture, and y'all gonna go back to where y'all was. Because if you think Doug Christie gonna save you, you can ask him and Chris Webber what the Lakers did to them, and they never was the same again. And when y'all lose De'Aaron Fox and y'all mistreat these players the way y'all doing and firing these coaches, y'all gonna be in the dumps again. And y'all don't want that to happen, Sacramento. So get your shit together. Get your shit together. Don't stop firing people over the phone. That was some weak shit. That was weak. Don't do that no more, bro. That was trash. Get your shit together, bro. Whoever running Sacramento, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. That's it, guys. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to talk about here today. Like I said, I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I want y'all to like, share, subscribe, help grow this page. You know what I'm saying? I'm having fun doing this. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy I get to share this space with me. Let's grow it together, man. Let's do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for just loving the Honcho. You know what I'm saying? Because I get so much love for doing this show in the streets, emails, everywhere, even at my regular job. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. This is Let's Argue, a holiday special edition. Thank you for tuning in. It's the boy, your Honcho, and I'm out. Peace.